E3 is essentially dead. Even if there is an event next year using the E3 name, it will be completely different from the E3 we've known. But that doesn't mean that game publishers aren't doing showcases this year. So I'm making this video to give my thoughts and expectations for this year's not E3 season. Given that most of what I'm basing off for this video are rumors and teasers, don't take any of this as granted. Also, I won't talk about the ultra obvious things like Call of Duty, Forza, or FF16 since those are a given. So let's get to it. It seems we are going to have a PlayStation showcase in the second half of May, according to industry insiders such as Jeff Grubb and Jess Corden. The obvious game to be shown will be the Mortal Kombat 1 reboot, which is already teasing its review on social media. Ed Boon tried to do his usual trolling stick on Twitter, saying that maybe it was an MK game, but tried to do that when Zaslav, the current boss of Warner Bros., already spilled the beans on it. Doesn't really work. Tekken 8 is likely to show another character given the amount of trailers they're putting out recently. I've also seen rumors about Konami showing up, but the Konami rumors have been going for years at this point. At first it was that Castlevania was coming out and would be a PlayStation exclusive, and in the last year it morphed into Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake coming out and being PlayStation exclusive. All of them just sounds like wishful thinking. I'll be very surprised if Konami does show up. From Sony's first party, I really can't tell much. Sony is actually much more tight-lipped than the other studios. I think the closest known game that they could talk about is Insomniac's Wolverine, or announce more PC ports. Summer Game Fest, one of Keighley's shows, is also coming back. I always recommend people to have low expectations for Keighley's shows, since they tend to have a lot of filler stuff. Keighley posted an image showing all the partners for Summer Game Fest. What it looks like a lot, a closer look shows that a lot of them are just sponsors or platforms in which the games are releasing, not developers. So the actual studios showing something are way less than what Keighley wants you to think. I will quickly go over what I think is more interesting. Sega will probably show more of Hyenas, though at this point they really need a win in the marketing of that game. The last showing was underwhelming at best. I'm not sure what Capcom could bring here. It could be DLC for Resident Evil 4, or it could be Exoprimal. Focus is listed as well, which gives hope that they will show more Space Marine 2, although given how many projects they are involved in right now, it could be a lot of different things. WB is also listed, and given that MK is rumored to release on September, I'm guessing NetherRealm might be planning to blitz various events after the State of Play review to promote the MK reboot. The last studio I think might be interesting is Pocket Pair, the developer of Palworld, aka Pokemon with Guns. I want to see how far along this game is coming. Xbox is also doing a showcase, which will be followed by a Starfield Direct. And considering the load of bad stories around Xbox these days, some self-inflicted, Xbox is in real need of some good news to clean the air. The more recent rumors from Xbox are circling around Compulsion Games. The speculation surrounding the makers of We Happy Few is that they are gearing up to reveal their next game, supposedly a dark fantasy game. Another studio we might hear about is Obsidian, which are currently working to release 7 games in 7 years, according to the rumors. And if they aren't having issues, then this year they will release another one. My best bet is Avowed, but given the silence around Obsidian these days, they might not be hitting the target they gave to themselves. Hellblade 2 is another great possibility due to Phil Spencer recently talking about it in interviews, though I thought that Hellblade 2 for sure would be shown in the last Xbox showcase and got it wrong, so I won't bet on it again. The Starfield director after the Xbox showcase is trying to be the great show ender, but at this point the only thing they haven't shown much are the quests and the inhabited worlds. Unless there's some big changes in the combat and exploration, I can't see what else they could be showing. After the Xbox showcase, there's the PC gaming show, though this year things have been more silent around it, so it's difficult to tell what exactly is going to be there. And Ubisoft is doing an event on the following day, but considering the amount of Assassin's Creed projects currently under work, you can already guess what will be the focus of their show. So we'll instead now focus on games that are coming soon and will probably show up spread throughout these events. Atlas Fallen had a preview a few months ago, and its release date is coming. Now is the time to bring the game again to remember people of its existence. Ghost Trick is also getting near release. If there's a Nintendo Direct around early June, then there's where it's going to show up. Otherwise, I think it could be on SGF. Speaking of a possible Nintendo Direct, Pikmin 4 release is also coming. If we don't get a Nintendo Direct, I expect at least a Pikmin Direct to talk about the game. Sea of Stars is probably showing up as well, especially since SGF is having an in-person event where people will be able to play some of the games shown. It could show up anywhere, but I think a Nintendo Direct is the one more likely. Armored Core 6 is likely to get another trailer, most likely on the PlayStation Showcase, though I wouldn't be surprised if they decided to show on SGF. Another one that at least I hope show up is Metal Slug Tactics. They have been radio silent for some time. Now's a good time to show that game again, preferably with a release date. These were my quick thoughts and expectations of this year's not E3. Want to add something? Leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you around.